Hey, welcome to the 30. This is Patrick. I am your host for the 30. Tonight we talk women entrepreneurship. I have a young lady who is helping female entrepreneurs accomplish their power and authority and take control of their destiny. So without further ado, let's get this party started. Hello again. Welcome to the 30. This is Patrick. I am your host. We do this each and every week where we focus on entrepreneurs, small business owners, leaders, those that are doing positive things in our communities and beyond. So tonight we are going to not only celebrate Black History Month, but we're also going to celebrate women entrepreneurship. And I have a guest of mine, and she is going to be talking about how does she help in her organization help women entrepreneurs accomplish their power and authority. And she has a conference that is coming up in March, and we're going to talk about it. I am going to introduce to you Monique. Monique, welcome to the 30.
Hi, Patrick. How are you? Thank you for inviting me
Not
to
a
your
problem.
show. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you for coming in. So let's let the viewers know who you are. First and foremost, let's establish that and the company that you represent, and then we will go from that point on. So who is Monique?
Monique Eversley Buchanan is a business event strategist. I'm a business event strategist, and I help women in business leverage the power of events to build their profits and their community and brand. So basically, I basically help you when you are thinking of having an event and you may feel overwhelmed by that, or you are not sure basically what to do, what type of event to do. And I'm here to kind of guide you on that and help you to build a strategy around the event so that it can help you in your business, to help you build your brand, to create a strategy so that you can build your clientele and things like that. And also, more often than not, I'm also helping women build a stage for themselves, to know that they don't have to they can create their own stage as opposed to waiting for someone to contact them. Let me help you and show you how to create your own stage.
Awesome. Now you are the founder of YHD Enterprises. That's a handful. So how long has YHD Enterprises been in business?
We have been around for, I've been in corporate events for 15 years or so, and YHD has been around for the last 6 years. Okay. And within the last 2.5 years, I've been focused on business events. Typically, before I was doing social events, and I decided to change that and focus on business events to help women in business specifically.
And tell us, what type of businesses do you focus on? What's your right fit customer, your target market? Let's talk about that.
Usually, most of the time, majority of my clients are coaches or service-oriented businesses, I should say. Let me say that, service-oriented businesses. And a good number of my clientele has been with that are coaches.
Okay.
Who are, but have had people that have had product businesses as well. I've helped people with product businesses as well. So.
Great. And now, what is your background, Monique? What type of, in terms of professionalism, what type of background do you have? Let's talk about that.
Sure. So I'm originally from New York, and I've been doing events in New York for forever, I think. But I've been doing corporate events, worked for a nonprofit organization in New York, and I was doing events there. And when I came to Philadelphia, I was doing events here in Philadelphia, working with community organizations as well as nonprofits. And then I began working for a nonprofit for about about 12 years. I've been working for a nonprofit for about 12 years, doing events for them, helping them with their membership. It's a membership-based organization. And as well as, in addition to that, I've been doing YHG on the side as a side business in helping businesses leverage events. And I'm also the co-founder of the Philadelphia Natural Hair Show, and we've been doing that since 2013. And that event is geared towards natural hair, women of color who are on the natural hair journey. And we've been doing that since 2013. And we have created a wonderful community, as well as created the event was for, we've done about 3,000 women. We've reached 3,000 women in that event. And also I've done just various events with, collaborated with other women in business and other nonprofit organizations in Philadelphia, and been working with them on their business events. So I've been doing events for a long time.
It seems like
time.
I'm listening. I was like, wow, you have done a lot.
Yeah. I love it. I'm passionate about events, and I'm passionate about business. And about 2.5 years ago, I decided to marry the two together because I'm passionate about both. And I realized that I wanted to help specifically business owners. I no longer wanted to do social events. I have more of a passion to do business events and helping them build their brand, build their community, get known within their industry. So that's when I pivoted YHG.
Okay. Now you are focused on female entrepreneurs, right?
Yes.
Is that okay? So tell us about that, and why that specific target market.
I'm one of them.
Enough said, right? Enough said.
So it's just been a passion of mine, and I've, the women, the people that I've always helped have always been women in business. I know I can help them because I am her. Right. I can, have that kind of connection with you to help you build your brand. And I've just been a part of a lot of women organizations. I'm on the board of the Pennsylvania Women Empowerment Initiative. And that's another women's organization where we are helping women to really grow their business. And if they're interested in starting it, we're there to help them and guide them and things like that. So it's always just been a part of who I am, as part of my makeup, to really connect and mentor with women as well. So in addition to an event as a business event strategist, I'm also a women in business mentor. And I really try to, help them as much as I can. I'm still growing as well in my business, but what I've learned, I pass on.
Okay. And I am talking to Monique Buchanan, and she's the founder of YHD Enterprises. And we are talking specifically about helping women entrepreneurs. And we know March is coming up. March is the month of the International Month of Females, right? Of women. So we're going to celebrate that here on the 30th as well. So you covered both parts. You covered the Black History and going into March on the International Women's Month. So awesome. Now, let's see here. What is next? I know you and I talk about something that you're doing that's coming up in March, and we talk extensively about that. Tell our viewers what you have planned for, I think is it the second week of March?
Yes, so it is on March 16th through the 17th. So I am putting on a summit for women entrepreneurs called the Build Your Authority Summit. And this is an event that gives aspiring and current women entrepreneurs the strategies to recognize that they have the power within themselves to grow their business, to build their confidence, to get known within their industry, and to secure clients. And at this summit, we want you to learn how to get out of your own way as well, and by eliminating negative thinking and honoring your expertise. You know, as a women in business mentor, and just through my clients and things like that, I've seen that's something that is always, not always, but predominant, it comes up on a regular, occasionally enough where it's like, okay, I wanted to do something for that. So as far as the women know that they have what it takes to do the work. They have the expertise to start their business. And what is holding you back from doing that? There may be some, not all. I'm not saying all. There's some that something is holding them back. And the question is, what is holding you back? And we try to tap in to help you tap into that and figure it out and push through that and and push forward in your business.
Awesome.
Or start your business, either one. Yeah.
Good. So I just put a comment up, a question up from Cindy Ray. And Cindy Ray is the owner of C Ray's Thought Pops, who is the sponsor of the 30. So,
hey, Cindy.
So Cindy says, how do you help business owners with a product? You're Shiro. Thanks, Cindy.
So, as far as the event, I'm assuming you mean as far as the events go. So, we would, work on product. We will come up with different strategies. I will find out what you've done so far, if you have done anything. If you haven't done anything, we would talk about, talk about the product and talk about the target audience and things like that. Get all of those foundational stuff out the way, and then we will really come up with a strategy to push you out. So it would be, the product launch, maybe doing some type of collaborations, things like that. Maybe a pop-up shop or, some, things like that. We would have to really sit down and think about it. And obviously with the pandemic, there's a lot of different factors. So we would have to maybe re-strategize some things as what I would normally do. But, it's really to figure out and also determine if it's one particular product or what kind of, type of product it is. And, if we can work in corporations and try to bring it into the corporation component, or if it's consumer related, if it's B2C or B2B related and things like that. So we have it's things that we have to talk about that I will get those preliminary, those foundational elements together, and then I can we can work on putting a strategy together. I hope that helps.
And I'm hoping that's what Cindy was looking for.
Right. I wasn't sure what so if you want to if that doesn't provide clarity, Cindy, please, add some more information, see if I can help you with that.
Good. So I'm talking to Monique Eversley Buchanan, and she's the founder of YHD Enterprises and the host of Build Your Authority Summit, which is happening in March. If you have any questions or comments, I just want to say hi to Monique. Go ahead and do that, and we will make sure that we put it up here. Pam has a question. Is there a cost for your service? That's a good one, Pam. Thank you.
Hi, Pam. Yes, there's definitely a cost to my service, and it depends on, we will do a consultation call first, and then it can be determined what your needs are. And then I will put a proposal together after we just talk, and I will send that to you, and then we take it from there.
Okay, so Pam, make sure that you contact Monique if you need more information. So Monique, let's talk about, again, your business, because I really want people to understand what you do and how can you help women, because there's so many people out there that have ideas or dreams about something, but they never act on it, and then they don't have anyone to really help them or mentor them along. How can you help? Let's say there is a young girl, maybe in her teens, or a young lady, early 20s, that have an idea but just need help. What can you do to help that person along?
So as far as the idea to start a business, or an idea for an event?
Yeah, to start a business, because in terms of, let's say someone that's in their early 20s but don't know how to really build their authority, how can this event help them? And then what takes place after the event?
So the event is really to talk about, the first day, it will be the 16th. We're talking about, like I said, we're going to be talking about mindset. So I have speakers there that's going to really talk about touching into your thoughts, your passions, and things like that. So, for example, so the young lady that we're talking about, for example, what is she? If she's not sure what she wants to do. Typically, I work with people that already know what they want to do. They're just
Okay.
not sure how to execute it or to take it to the next level. So
Got it.
that's typically the people that the women that I work with.
Okay.
That gives a better context. And that also is for the summit. So the people that are for this summit they know they have a passion and they want to then create an event for it, but they're just not sure how to do it. What they may have the fear is what can be stopping them. Unsure of what to do next, how to really get known within their industry. What are the steps that they need to do? So as far as myself, I can speak with them, talk with them about maybe connecting them with some mentors or other women in business that are already established. And that's what our organization, Pennsylvania Women Empowerment, does. But we will connect you with different people that can help you and help guide you a little bit to give you to make sure that that's where you want to go, because you may think that's what you want to do, and then you realize it really is another direction. It's funny because I just spoke with someone yesterday. I was on Clubhouse doing a event, a room on Build Your Authority. And there was a woman that was in there that she had a nonprofit. She created this whole nonprofit to do to reform. It was for reforming prisoners. That was what she wanted to do. The nonprofit was based around that, and she would, connect former prisoners, to HR people and all that kind of thing. And she realized, something was holding her back. She said she lost her desire. She got all the paperwork and all. She got the company formed, but she lost her desire. And through our talking, I said to her, well, maybe you still have the passion for helping the people, but maybe your desire, the desire is what's stopping you, is the creating the business, having the business part of it. Like you don't have to own the business, if that makes sense. You don't have to own the business to still do what you love, which is helping prisoners reform and getting them back into society and things like that. And I said, well, maybe you can be doing on a consulting with other organizations that are doing that. That way you don't have the weight of being the owner of the nonprofit. I said, and that was just something that I thought of. And she was like, you know what? That is exactly what it is. That is what's holding her back. The weight of being the owner and all the things that you have to do as the owner, as opposed to just doing what she loves, is just helping those individuals get back into society and things like that. So I say that to say the summit this is how I want the summit to work, to help people, to really make you think about what is what's holding you back, and things like that. And I'm really excited. I don't know if you can, I'm like really passionate about it, because we all have it. We all have something. And it's just figuring out what it can be so that you can soar and shine, right?
Sure.
And it may not be you being an entrepreneur. You could still be a woman in business, but not an entrepreneur. But if that's the case, then we're going to help you try to, get all the tools and things like that to help you to go to that next step or grow the business that you currently have. I think I went off on a tangent, but
that's okay. That's okay.
But back to the young lady. So it would be really trying to hone in on what is her passion. What is she really interested in, and then we can talk about it, and then I can, like I said, connect her with people that can guide her, because they may be in that field, and give her some tips to make sure that this is the direction that she wants to go in. Maybe do some apprentice work or whatever, to make sure that when she gets in there, like, oh, this is really what I want to do, or this is not what I want to do, or I realize I have a passion for something else, or things like that. But if she is focused on, if she knows this is the business that she wants to be in, we would help her. I would help her to, to get her website together. If she wants to, we would figure out, do we need to have a website? Do we need to just create a landing page for her? Create a social media account, social media, different social media elements, um, how that she can get out there with them, building value with others. So maybe we come, try to get her on, do some little mini speaking workshops or things like that, just so she can get her feet wet and start to
Sure.
talk about what she wants to do. Let's get uh your mission together, your mission and your vision statement together, so you know what the business is going to be about. Little things like that. Let's work on the foundational component first and get her grounded, so when someone talks to her, she knows how to respond and talk about her business. Things like that. So I hope that kind of helps. I know I went a little all over the place, but
No worries. No worries. Someone asked here, how can someone attend your summit?
Sure. So you can go to, actually you can go to yhdenterprises.com. The information is on that site, but the summit site is buildyourauthority.co.
So buildyourauthority.co.
Yes.
Okay. And then would that show the pricing of it, or what?
The summit itself is free.
Okay.
It's a free summit that I'm putting together, we're putting together. So when you go to the site, you'll see basically an overview of what it is, and click on the button. You can register for the event, and details will be sent to you in the next few days. We'll be doing more communication via email to all of the people that have registered in March, as as we get closer to the event itself. So you can register now. It's open.
And how are things going in terms of registrations?
Registration is going well. We're doing heavy promotion started this week. Our promotional started this week. So we are, I'm doing what I need to do for promotion, which is one of the talking with you.
Right.
And I'll be going on some other podcasts and things like that to talk about it. And this is one of the things that I'll be teaching. I'll be talking about build your authority through events. I'll be presenting on that through event stages and the different types of stages that you can use to build your authority. So I'll be talking about that at the summit.
Got it.
Yeah.
And lastly, as we move forward, what would you say to someone that wants to have their business or going to events? Let's say someone that really passionate about, say a mini Monique that has a passion for events and helping people. What would you tell a Monique that's just starting out in terms of events? What would you tell them? How do they start?
I would tell them to find an event coordinator, someone, and really work under them. I got a lot of experience working when I was in New York, working with a coordinator. She was my mentor. And I learned a lot of about events through her, and the back end stuff is, and all the things that you have to kind of have to have that calm, because everything is chaos in the back end, but on the front end, you don't see that from event planners and things like that. I learned a lot of that from her, but I would say get a mentor. That would be one. Get a mentor. Start with family and friends. Do an event for family and friends, depending on the type of events you're interested in, because we have so many different types of events, but corporate, social events, if you're interested in weddings or, things like that. But I would say start with family and friends, to make sure to see how if you have a knack for it, because there's no black and white. I mean, there's no gray. It's either black or white. You like it or you don't. So you can start with family and friends. Is what I did. I worked on my cousin's Sweet 16. That was my first major event outside of my job. I did my cousin's Sweet 16, and that was great. And it just solidified that I love this. I want to do this. I worked with my church in New York, and I did some events with them. I did a huge community event that had about 500 people there. We had musicians, so it was a festival, and that helped. And just again solidified this is what I want to do. And things like that. So, and wherever you can, the mini me, the Monique from the past, whenever there was an opportunity, I said, I'm available to help. And I did it for free for a lot of stuff for a while, just to hone in my skills and things like that. Yeah. And New York, like I said, with New York, and I'm also Caribbean, so we did a lot of different things with Caribbean related events and things like that. So that's how I would tell them, what I would tell them, and how I started.
Good. Well, Monique, we are out of time. This has been good. 30 minutes, 25 minutes goes so quickly, right? It does. It does. I look up at the clock and I say, whoa, it's time. So I want to thank you so very much, Monique. I hope you have much success in your upcoming event. Again, what is the website in terms of registration?
Build Your Authority. I'm going to type it right here.
Okay.
Build Your.
And I think I put it in the chat as well.
Okay, great.
So buildyourauthority.com, is that it?
No, .co, C-O.
.co. Okay, so I'll rectify that. So I want to thank you again. I know, what are the dates?
The dates are March 16th through the 17th. And once again, it is a free event. So all women in business, women entrepreneurs, if you're aspiring to be an entrepreneur, or if you're currently an entrepreneur, you're welcome to join us. And like I said, it's a free event. And buildyourauthority.co, or you can go to YHD Enterprises. You can get the same you can find it there as well.
Okay, great. I want to thank you again.
Thank you so much.
I know that it's going to be great, so you'll have to let me know how it goes. I will see you on Tuesday for our Lunch and Learn. All right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Bye-bye. So we've been talking to Monique, and she is the founder of and also she is the host of an upcoming conference or summit for women entrepreneurs. So you don't want to miss that. You want to register at buildyourauthority.co. That's CO as opposed to not .com, but .co. So make sure that you go and register and support her. It's free. And I am sure she'll do a fantastic job. Well, gang, that's about it for the 30 on this week. Next week, we are going to start to celebrate women. And it's International Women's Month. So we are going to have all women entrepreneurs, business owners, and leaders for the month of March. So if you would like to be part of our broadcast in March, let us know. You can just drop me a message, put it in the comments, and then we will contact you and see where we can go from that point on. So thank you again. And as we end, again, this is brought to you. Our sponsor is C-Ray's Thought Pops. Make sure that you touch base with Cindy Ray, and she will take care of you with these wonderful, wonderful emoji sticks. So until then, I want to say thank you. May God bless you and your family. Be safe, wash your hands, wear a mask, and social distance. Peace out.